On Qingluan Peak, where the place full of firewood, there's a man called Grand Master Bai Liuchen, chopping wood. At this point, he finished chopping a total of 3.65 million wood, and the system congratulates him, then gives him a title called the Saint of Chopping Firewood. He was originally someone from Earth. He became a top stream youngster through a talent show, but because he refusing to obey the agency, he was kept in the shadow, and in the end succumbed to depression drinking until meeting his end. After that, he was reborn in Qinghong Academy in the south of Yunhuang and became a teacher of Runic Seal Department in the academy. He thought that after being reborn again and getting the cheat system, he would certainly be able to show his strength and live a different life. Instead, the system he got is a firewood chopping system, which is useless except asking him to chop firewood. And now, he has already become the Saint of Chopping Firewood, yet he still hasn't broke through to the open light stage. Suddenly, there's a sect disciple comes to the peak, telling him that the headmaster asked him to inform the Grand Master Bai that the Front Mountain Palace examination has started. He tells Bai to go to the front yard to select his disciple. The Grand Master knows that with his current cultivation realm, even if he goes, he probably won't get a disciple. Then before he goes to the front yard, he decides to hunt a dragon at the Changwu Abyss, wondering whether it has grown fat or not as he hasn't eaten barbecue for a long time. In the enrollment plaza, there are a lot of people in queue wanting to enroll into the academy. The Outland swordsman Jiang Heming is quite popular as there are a lot of new students enrolling to his department. On the contrary, not only did no student apply for Runic Seal exam, instructor Bai Liuchen did not even show up. It turns out that he hasn't received a disciple for 10 consecutive years, agitating Jiang because he still doesn't show up. Master Jiang then suggesting the headmaster to dismiss his position as a teacher and order him to move out the Qingluan Peak in order to rectify the style of the school. But the headmaster refuses to do so because Bai Liuchen lost all of his cultivation and spent 10 years in the revolving light stage because he lost it in order to protect the academy. Bai Liuchen then nonchalantly comes into the plaza, thanking the teacher for being considerate of him while bringing the snake he hunted along the way. Jiang mocks him for being in a good spirit despite the mockery, saying that it's humiliating to get injured by only catching a snake, where Bai claims that the snake had some cultivation base and almost got him killed. Master Jiang then bets a 5 elements pill of cultivating Yuan as long as Grand Master Bai can get even a single disciple that day, and if Bai unable to do so, he must resign from his position. And while all of that happening, there's no one really know what kind of a snake it is, and only one person who notices the snake in Bai's hand. So the girl moves forward and asks to be the Grand Master Bai's disciple. Master Jiang tries to stop her, saying that Bai Liuchen is a trash. He doesn't have ability to teach her anything, and being a student under him is more like being a maid. But she doesn't care about it. She made up her mind and hugged the Grand Master Bai's hand, intending not to let him go. It turns out that she is a reincarnation of an immortal, and in her last life, she has to reincarnated with her memory because she failed in her cultivation. She wanted to choose the sword arts department. With her talent and appearance, she thinks it would be easy to steal more than 80% of the cultivation resources in the department. But at the last minutes of the enrollment, she found a genuine master in form of the Grand Master Bai. Her eyesight as an immortal would never be wrong, and she noticed the snake in Bai's hand is about to turn into a dragon. If she judge it according to the level of a human cultivator, it is a supreme master in the Mahayana stage, where even if she was as an immortal in her last life, she wouldn't dare to say she would be able to subdue a snake that's about to become a dragon. In the end, she was officially transferred from the Sword Arts Department to the Runic Seal Character Department, and the headmaster congratulates him for it. Left with no choice, Bai Liuchen goes with it. It turns out that her name is Su Liu, and both of them goes back to the Qingluan Peak. Arriving there, Bai explained that under his instruction, first, he don't have any lesson for her, and what she can learn comes from self-study. Second, she can go and come as she pleases, and don't need to report to him where she will go or what she will do. Third, as the cultivation resources she has are scarce because Grand Master Bai lacks students. But he will not threat her poorly, then gives her the resources she will need. After that, Grand Master Bai gives her textbook that basically covers all about Runic department. He adds that he will check on her progress from time to time and reminds her not to be lazy. Then he points at the residence that she will occupy, even though Su Liu feels regretting her decision. She thoughts that she need to endure it while looking at Grand Master Bai skinning the snake. He cut it in pieces and skew it into a stick, then roast it. Inside the house, Su Liu notices the nice smell that comes from the roasted snake. Looking outside, she is surprised to learn that Grand Master Bai simply just roasted. where the snake is still an immortal beast and he should have offered it to the patriarch. Su Liu is actually tempted by the smell as she herself never had a barbecued dragon meat before. She tells her master that she is hungry and asks him whether she can eat some of the meat, where Grand Master Bai blatantly says no, shocking her. She feels embarrassed thinking that she was a dignified immortal would be denied a bite of meat. Grand Master Bai tells her not to be disappointed, then he shreds a little meat and giving it to her. He instructs her to only lick it, adding that once she does, she will understand why the master is not giving it to her. And slowly, with a wet tongue she slowly licks it, and there she knows the rich spiritual energy in the meat, where with her current realm, she simply can't handle the overwhelming energy if she ate the meat directly. After that, Su Liu thanks her master for his generosity, and he reminds her not to be too greedy, adding that one lick a day is enough for her. But for Bai Luochen, eating the whole dragon by himself is beyond her common sense, and they goes to their routine after. At night that day, there are two disciples infiltrate into King Luan Peak, while Master Bai feeds the horse he taken care of, then goes back to his room to sleep. One of the two bring 1,000 days of drunkenness pill that will make even grade 5 monsters faint straight away. A few minutes earlier, Su Liu reads the books which her master gave her. She notices the two-person who sneaked into the peak's ground. So she goes outside, where she catches the two-person red-handed trying to do something to her master's horse. One of them then dashes toward her. As he attacks her, Su Liu swiftly evades him like she wasn't even trying. She then gives him a high kick in the jaw, blasting him away. Her counter-attack didn't finish him though, and he uses his aura to launch another attack. But this time, Su Liu doesn't wait for him and starts barraging him with another attack. Grand Master Bai realizes what happens, then release a silencing array so they won't disturb his sleep. But Su Liu doesn't think that way. She thoughts that her master seems like having no plan to let them go, so she starts releasing her aura to the fullest and finishes them off. They comes back to the Beast Master department meeting He Xiangsheng beaten up. So he gives them both each 3 restoration pills and 2 key replenishing pills as compensation for their injuries. After that, he schemes another plan to get the horse that currently in the possession of Grand Master Bai. When the morning comes, Master Bai comes out after waking up from his sleep. He sees his disciple with the black eyes from the ruckus last night. But instead of asking about what happened, Master Bai asks Su Liu whether she read the book last night. She then apologizes to him. She informs him that she only manages to read only half a page of the book before her entire spiritual ki was depleted. She felt she had disappointed her master, but Master Bai actually feels ecstatic for the happy surprise that she manages to read half a page. Then he gives her a token where she can take it to read other martial script in the academy library. He explained that when the token level is raised, she can go to the higher level, and that's where she will find better martial scripts. He also adds that in order to raise the token level, she needs to either complete the task of the front range of the academy that is irregularly released, or to participate in the disciples' trial. But, as formerly an immortal, Su Liu thoughts that her master book is more significant than any other martial script, because she doesn't lack in any martial script anyway. Suddenly, there is someone calling from the foot of the peak, asking Su Liu to come down to accept her punishment. She explained to her master that they might be the thugs that come by last night, and were taken care of by her. She adds that she didn't hold back, so she might have caused some trouble for him. But he is alright by it. Master Bai tells her to leave everything to him, and all she need to do is to study hard. On the other side of the portal, the masses gather intending to punish Su Liu. Ones that lead them is from the law enforcement hall, saying that the disciple Su Liu had ignored the rules of the academy and maliciously hurt her fellow disciples. Master Bai doesn't accept the accusation, then both of the law officers start dashing toward them to attack. But Master Bai tells Su Liu to fight with them, taking it as a test to see what she have learned from reading the book. They simultaneously attack her, but they underestimate her. She easily evades their attack as their combined attack is nothing in front of her. Now, she understands why her master wanted to test her. It turns out that they both are so weak, so it's not worth her master's time. While evading their attack left and right, she thoughts that if she keep being close to her master, she will be able to ascend into immortality in no time. Even while she does all of that, she also manages to draw a runic seal, or a rune in the middle of a battle. Looking at that, they both doesn't want her to finish it, and they uses their advanced combined attack to her. As she finishes her rune, they uses their ultimate attack, resulting in a big explosion in place where Su Liu stands up. But it doesn't work though. The attacks doesn't even scratch her, and she finishes her rune and releases it. The runes take form of a lightning bird and strike toward the law officers. It then explodes and also electrocute them. She doesn't forget to throw another rune towards He Xiangsheng, which also electrocute him and holding him off. But before anything goes out of hand, her master tells her to stand down. Then one of the law enforcer get agitated, saying that is a serious offense where Master Bai has disregarded his disciple's crime and fought against the law enforcement. Then he commands him to kneel, releasing his aura. Grand Master Bai's aura is so strong that it suppressed the three person who initiate the fight in the first place. His aura even goes as far as the whole mountain. In the end, an elder called Elder 2 tells Master Bai, and he decides to let the two law enforcers to go, giving face to Elder 2. As for He Xiangsheng, Grand Master tells him to kneel down there until Senior Brother Yu personally comes to talk to Master Bai. When the two law enforcer comes back, they report the incident to Cheng Kun, the vice instructor of Beast Taming Department, where he plans to bring back Xiangsheng with Yin Hai, another member of the Beast Taming Department. In the next morning, Master Bai is wondering that it's been a whole day, and not a single person from the Beast Taming Department came. So he finishes his food, then comes inside the peak's yard. Su Liu trains in writing the runes, where suddenly a bunch of woods comes her way. She breaks the woods while also maintaining the runes she is making. Master Bai commends her for being able to do that. He then gives her a seal and tells her to use it if someone from the Beast Taming Department comes to the yard. He also tells her to watch over the yard as he flies off somewhere. It is then explained that the Abyss of Changwu is the residence of the Yun Huang demon race. The deeper into it, the higher the demon race's realm will be, and in the deepest parts of all the places, there are 12 ancestral demons that even the people in the Mahayana stage avoid. It turns out that Grand Master Bai is looking a material for Su Liu, a lightning attribute demon kind, and a few other stuff. He then notices a girl running around, and Master Bai recognizes her as the disciple of the academy. She was getting chased by a giant man who uses a purple fire to subdue her. He wants her to be a good girl and give him a good service, only then he will let her go. The giant man then uses her power to immobilize her. When she is down, being unable to move, she thought how she is destined to be defiled by that evil man. Then an electric shock comes toward her, making her able to move. It turns out that it's Master Bai, who then tells her to hit the giant man's Danjong point. She then does as she told. She hit the giant man in the chest, blasting him away into the boulder and break open his chest. The other man then tries to take revenge against her, but when she tries to attack him, he dodged it easily and she wasn't nearly his match. As he is going to strike her neck, Master Bai flicks his finger, binding the evil man, and he tells the girl to kill him. But she then informs him that her senior sister's whereabouts are related to that evil person, so she had to ask him about her senior sister. When Master Bai asks about it, the evil man refuses to tell him, so he flicks his finger, exploding him from inside. The girl is panicked because now she is unable to find her senior sister, so Master Bai uses Fire Rune to summon a little bird. He then commands it to find her senior sister. It turns out that she manages to escape from the two evil men, but unfortunately she fell 20 feet down a cliff while her Sea of Ki is destroyed. Master Bai then uses another runes to her. He summons bubbles and lifts her up from the hole. Not only that, Master Bai also gives her the 5 elements cultivating Yuan pill. While the wounded girl refuses the pill, Master Bai insisting on giving it to her as it is not the time to be picky about that kind of things. And when she ate it, her body enveloped in green aura and all of her wounds are immediately recovered. He then asks why the two of them comes to the Changwu Abyss, as it is a dangerous place for the two. It turns out that they are trying to catch a 9th grade ice silkworm to fix their master's instrument. But instead of hunting in the outskirt of the forest, they went too deep and possibly mistaken that the ice silkworm was not a greater demon, but a spirit demon in the molting period, at some cases even a king-grade demon who has cultivated a human form. It turns out Master Bai also looking to hunt the ice silkworm as Su Liu is about to break through and she needs lighting attribute material. Meanwhile, at night that day, Su Liu finally able to finish reading a full page of the book that her master gave, when suddenly the group of people from the Beast Taming Department comes into the peak's yard. Cheng Kun, the vice professor at the Beast Taming Department, calls out to Master Bai, but as of now, he is not at the vicinity and Su Liu face them up. She respectfully tells them that her master is currently out and she will take any message for him. But Cheng Kun doesn't regards her that much. He simply just tell her to kneel, which she refuses. Since she dares to talk back against him, he is agitated and release his aura. He attacks and pressure her. But she still doesn't kneel though. With wounded body, she says that she has done nothing wrong, so she won't kneel to him. Being agitated more, Cheng Kun then starts barraging her with another attacks, and in order to not kneel down, Su Liu burnt her own realm and manages to defend against the attack. He tries to tell his disciple to kill her, then is he about to strike her, the horse that the master taken care of comes and strike him down, flat. It turns out that the horse named Xiao Wu, and it is actually a spirit demon. But it still wasn't enough to deal with Cheng Kun though. With a single punch he manages to shatter the crystal core in the horse's body. Looking at the horse's lifeless body, Su Liu says that Cheng Kun better off killing her now, as she vows to return and make him pay. As he comes down, she strikes again, burning her realm more, but unfortunately he has brought a treasure with him. If not, he would have died for nothing. After that, Cheng Kun grabs Su Liu, whereas he about to kill her, she uses the seal that her master gave. Then a giant bird appears, striking away Cheng Kun. It doesn't stop there though, the bird keeps attacking him, completely shattering his defense artifact and defeats him easily. After using the seal that Su Liu was given, Master Bai is dashing so fast toward the mountain peak, and when Cheng Kun is about to attack her, her master comes in the right time to save her. Master Bai uses a shadow rune, creating a doppelganger of himself to hold Cheng Kun off, while he takes care of Su Liu because as of now, her heart has been severely damaged and he tries to fix her up. The doppelganger then beat up Cheng Kun, leaving pool of blood, leaving him wondering hard as to why he is unable to beat someone in the revolving light stage. Not only that, the doppelganger also heals him from time to time so he can punch Cheng Kun some more. Satisfied beating Cheng Kun up, Master Bai uses blood rupturing talisman on him, ending him. After finishes dealing with the matters, he gives his disciple the snow cicada worm that he captured. It surprises her to learn that snow cicada larva is at the king grade demon, yet it is so docile in front of her master. He explains that the snow cicada has both water and lightning attribute. As long as Su Liu makes a contract with it, it should be a great help to her future cultivation. She remembers that spirit kings are all dignified and prideful. Even in her previous life she couldn't subdue a single one, yet her current master now is handing one to her just like that. She then hugs Master Bai, thanking him. He also reminds her that the Academy's trial is quite near now, so he tells her to take the opportunity to recover and improve her cultivation even more. He then uses runes to suppress the snow cicada from the king grade to a great spirit demon, which in turn making it takes up another metamorphosis. Su Liu is actually more surprised to see that her master supposed to suppress its cultivation, yet it increases instead. What comes out is a beautiful demon with 4 hands. Greetings her new master and Su Liu.